So about a month ago, I was talking with a friend, and I often worry about him because he just seems to have no confidence or motivation in life. And he asked me like, bro, why are you always setting goals? You're always filling up your schedule with things to do. And I told him, well, yeah, I set the goals so that I can achieve them. And then he looked me dead in the eye and said, nah, bro, expect disappointment. That way you'll never be disappointed. And honestly, he looked pretty smart when he said that quote. Almost as if he had placed a lot of thought into it. So I looked it up on the internet because I thought, the quote had to be from an ancient philosopher, something like that. I kid you not, it was a quote from Spider-Man's girlfriend. I was disappointed, but that's not even the important thing. It was the fact he remembered the quote, meaning he related to it. So, after I talked with him, I was left wondering, why would someone adopt that worldview? How could I possibly help him? Should I help him? Because to me, it just looked like a sad way to live. I mean, if you have no ambition, no dreams to chase, what motivates you to get up from bed? I also noticed that it wasn't just my friend. Everyone was scared of being ambitious, even me. I didn't remember at first, but I also used to be afraid of setting big goals because I didn't want to disappoint myself. But if I'm really being honest, I didn't care about disappointing myself. I just didn't want to disappoint the people around me. For the past years, I've become accustomed to having big expectations. So it seems strange at first to see people afraid of setting big goals, even though a couple years ago I was exactly the same. So yeah, I think it boils down to just this one thing: other people's opinions. I genuinely believe it's the reason we are scared to fail. In fact, no, let me correct that. We're not scared of failing, we're scared of failing in public. I mean, think about it. People love playing video games, and more often than not, they fail. They will lose the game, or they will fail the level. But there are no consequences, right? No one makes fun of you for failing a level in a video game. But if you try to start a business and you fail, you get pounced on. Oh, you thought you were better than everyone else? Yeah, think again. So yeah, I truly believe that the people who have no ambition, who don't like setting goals, in most of the cases, they do it because they're afraid of being mocked. And when I interlapse this with my own life, it makes sense why my mindset shifted through the years. I just stopped worrying less and less about what others may think. This aside, the only other reason I could think of that people wouldn't like to set big goals is because they don't think they'll be able to handle it mentally, internally. Some people have such low esteem that they may think, oh well, there's no point in even trying. They think it's impossible to achieve such a big goal, not even worth the effort. Their own mind will enter like this self-destructive mode where they lose all hope of ever achieving anything. I felt like that in the past, and it's honestly so frustrating. I hated the fact that I didn't feel like I had control over my life. It felt like I just had to accept everything as it was. Life wasn't malleable. And perhaps having control over your life is more important for some people than others. But ultimately, I don't think anyone wishes to be in that place. So after identifying the problem, what's the solution? How could I help my friend? How could I show him my side of reality so that he could see the potential he has? Not just my friend, but everyone who's still afraid of placing expectations on themselves. I thought about it for a long time, and that's when it hit me. Wait a minute, how did I manage to get comfortable living with high expectations? Well, it wasn't a pill I took. No. The only way I was able to get better was by getting used to failure and stop caring about what others think. If you get those two right, no one can stop you. You create that business and it fails. You don't care and keep going. It keeps failing and you keep going. And then all of a sudden, look at that. The business is now profitable. You know what that's called? An overnight success. It looks like a joke, but it's really not. And by no means am I saying I've mastered both of these skills. I'm still actively working on them every day. In fact, I think both of these skills are perishable. So if we're not actively working on them, they will eventually disappear. It's a seriously tough battle, and I get my friend's point of view. If you don't set big goals, you guarantee you'll never be disappointed. However, And I gotta ask him this. Won't he be disappointed by the lack of evolution in his life? Once he gets to 6 years old, won't he feel disappointed because he didn't live to his fullest potential? Perhaps, I don't know. All I can say is my opinion, which is that I think it's an overall net positive to be ambitious. Not just ambitious when setting goals, but we also need to have blind faith in ourselves. Because if we don't think that we're capable of achieving a certain goal, well then, there's really no point, is there? But again, who knows? Maybe in 10 years I'll look back at this video with a completely different perspective. I guess that's life, we're always evolving. In the end, unfortunately, I think the desire to overcome this problem has to surge internally. No matter how much talking you hear from me or another person, if you don't make the commitment to yourself to overcome this, well then, no one can really help you. So yeah, I'm done rambling on now. I gotta go cause I am starving. Love you, see you in the next one. Peace out.